Hi, welcome to the Global Markets Advisor today. Today we're going to discuss taking your business and acting global, yet being local. So for instance, you're here in America and you're looking to move into one of the high growth markets that's taking place around the world today. How are you to respond? Think global, act local is the message today. In today's global markets, the Think Global, Act Local philosophy has more relevance than ever with the owners and directors of businesses, particularly in the developed nations. And I'm thinking America, the UK, Europe, and Australia. One of the greatest influences and opportunities for businesses and investors now and for the next 50 years or more will be the emergence of the BRIC countries, specifically Brazil, Russia, India, and China, but also known as the big rapidly industrializing countries of this century. Just as Britain grew to dominance during the Industrial Revolution of the 1800s and the US during the 1900s, this century will and has already seen the emergence of the BRIC countries as the dominant economic players. Most economists agree that over the next 30 years, if not before, China and India will overtake America to become the two largest global economies, with Russia and Brazil not far behind. Not to mention the rising economic influence of emerging regions such as the Middle East, South Africa, Eastern Europe, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. It's going to become increasingly important for all business leaders, entrepreneurs, and business owners to properly understand these new countries, so that deciding whether or not to do business within these countries is a considered rational progression, not a blind leap of faith. Each of the BRIC and other industrializing countries is combating the current global economic slowdown and the collapse of their exports to the developed world. They've been doing this by focusing on one or all of the following. Number one, stimulating their local economies by investing in infrastructure, transport, industry, particularly IT, housing and environment. China and Brazil have already announced stimulus packages of over $900 billion and $500 billion respectively. Number two, encouraging domestic consumption by offering a range of incentives, discounts, tax breaks, loans, and other measures to increase the sale of domestic and foreign products and services. For example, passenger car sales in China, a common barometer used to measure the health of a nation, has increased 48% and growing since late 2009 compared to the same month and a year ahead. A sharp contrast to the experience of the more developed economies like the Americas. Number three, trading amongst themselves. In 2009, we saw the announcement of major deals between China and Russia, providing access to Chinese capital in return for supplies of Russian oil and gas. China and Brazilian exports of iron ore and commodities, and India and Russia with energy and aircraft. While these countries are building their first-class hardware, such as roads, roadways, transport, airports, buildings, waterways, bridges, and tunnels, to support their rapidly industrializing economies, they also need software, i.e. professional services, training, education, and technology. Let me repeat. What the new markets need is professional services, they need training, they need education, technology, creativity, design, and leadership that makes a difference between the third world and world class. It's in these areas where there are ripe opportunities for all developed nations of all sizes so that they can come in and derive what they're seeking. I believe that American small business and entrepreneurs and innovators compete in a very tough, complex, and competitive, and challenging, I might add, environment. To survive, to succeed, and to prosper, you must be dynamic. You must have entrepreneurial and creative abilities flowing out. And we have to offer products and services and expertise that are amongst the best available in the world. However, while many of our credential and capabilities are the envy of the developed world, we often lose out to our European and UK counterparts when it comes to playing the global game of investment, trade, and exports. You don't have to be a big company at all to succeed by moving in these high-growth markets. In fact, you can tap into the many opportunities in emerging countries without ever leaving home. The starting point is to become more aware of what's happening offshore. What skills, services, and expertise are in demand globally. and how different companies operate or countries operate, and how you can participate without taking your eye off the ball at home. I believe there's amazing opportunities for American small business to get involved and to be able to think global yet act local. In this period of worldwide economic uncertainty, it is more important than ever that businesses like yourselves, whatever their country of origin, raise your game to stay ahead of the competition, increase your bottom line, and guarantee your future. I believe that by globalizing your business, your talents, your products, your services could be the answer that you're looking for. I believe what you should do is harness Global Market Advisors' expertise. We're here to help business owners, innovators, entrepreneurs to reach their potential and to help you spot and make the most of the opportunities that high growth markets present for your company. We can offer you strategic and impartial advice, guidance on plans, market and country research, strategy for moving into these markets, and introductions to key contacts. We help you to overcome the barriers to new overseas business, and we enable you to improve your business performance. So, the question, is there something that you do or sell that would appeal to these high growth markets? If so, why not start today? There's good economic evidence that states that firms that secure the most value are those that enter into the high growth markets at an early stage. Don't let the grass grow on your feet any longer. Start by familiarizing yourself with these countries. You can do that by downloading all the PDFs that we have on the Global Markets Advisor per your country of interest. You can do that by researching or taking a holiday or vacation to these markets. But whatever you need to do, you must start to find out about these new economic powerhouses so that you can get your business ready for international expansion. So have you begun to think about a BRIC strategy or moving into a new market? Another way for you to investigate your opportunity besides research and combing throughout Global Markets Advisor's website and things like that is to be able to attend and join one of our Market Opportunity Masterclasses. Basically, it's a half day or a full day where we come in and we analyze the markets, we analyze the opportunities that exist in the global arena and that are matched according to your business. You can register your interest by sending us an email that's located at globalmarketsadvisor.com. Within our masterclasses, we enable you to answer some of the following questions. How do you get started? What should you research first? Which market is the best fit for you? What will you need? What are your options? What skills and knowledge we need to develop to be successful? And much more. Visit us at globalmarketsadvisor.com. Thank you for listening today. Tune in again soon. Thank you.